Hi, how y'all doing? Just because you are from a place doesn't mean that you have to keep the pain of that place. I I'm originally from Michigan. I came back to the area. Originally, I came back to uh, assist one of my family member whose lifetime partner passed away. And while I was here, I made a conscious decision. There were two people that I particularly did not want to engage in while I was here, and I was here for 3 days. These people were uh, fairly close to the family as we were growing up, but I realized in part of my purification process slash purging of pain and not uh, implicating, I should say, implicating, not uh, indoctrinating part of a painful past. In this particular case, it was primarily with my parents. Um, I just decided that I was not going to contact these people while I was here. Um, the One of the people had, how can I put it? One of the people was not specifically necessarily from the area, but they were probably within 2 hours of me being here. We probably could have been in the halfway location. But my decision not to contact them um, was based on them having a relationship with my mother that was a lot more supportive than mine. Um, I used to be jealous, and maybe there's probably maybe a tinge of that still there. But honestly, I'm glad she had that relationship with my mother. But I didn't have that relationship with her. Her relationship was personal, deep communication, advice without judgment. Um, Mine wasn't. Let me turn this around. I like that backdrop of the lake, but the sun is kind of going down a little bit. I can see that. Nah, I'll keep the backdrop. Let's deal with it. Okay. Um, and whenever I talk to her, though it's not often, it is very heavy laden with her relationship with my mother. And I notice when we talk, I'm getting more into my physical emotions and physiology of things that happen whenever I talk to her. She brings up my mother. It presents a uneasiness for me, a tightness in my stomach, kind of a sickness. I notice a lot of times when I get off on the phone with her, when I talk to her by phone, I have loose stools, diarrhea, and now with her, I did not explain because of her um, uh, foundation or lack thereof. I won't go into why I do what it is the relationship that I have with my parents. Okay, as author of the book Wisdom Gifts, um, my author Kim Coles and me as a co-author in the publication of the book. Um, I explained why I didn't have a good relationship with my parents or my authority figures. I put it like that. So whenever we talk, she's talking about how great my mother is and the knowledge she gained. And I gained some knowledge from my mother, but I did not have, our relationship was, I would say, tepid at best, um, but it was very shallow. Um, yeah, there were some things that I learned because I did live with them. So there were things that I learned by watching her, um, seeing the way she moved in different times. And she would you know, drop knowledge or whatever. I would see a lot of it, her interaction with my siblings. Um, but you know, there were deep conversations that I never had with her that my um, that my family friend did have with her, and it just leaves a bad feeling for me. So I've decided that I was not going to contact her when I came this time. And then the other person that I decided not to contact was much more of an emotional support for me. But I did tell them about my relationship with my father, and ever since I told them, it's like whenever we visit or with each other, there's this guilt, almost like if they would have known, they would have did something. And I'm trying to figure out to this day, okay, you were a child, we were both children, what would you have done to a grown man in this situation? Um, and so I have decided that and thanks to, um, I consider them now acquaintances and mentors, Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow. Um, and there was a few people that they've interviewed on their channel. They both have YouTube channels. Look them up. Look them up. But it was their persona of going out into the world and finding what else is out there, finding your tribe also. And I realized that neither one of them are my tribe. Either I've known them since I was a young age. I've decided that I'm not going to pursue the relationship thereof. And it's primarily because at this point in my life, being around them is particularly in the conversation, which is, part of it. Either they're, like I said, one person is going to, you know, 50 to 70% of our conversation is going to be primarily about my mother and how great she was, and the other person, it's just that it's the level of guilt that they feel for not doing a better job of defending and protecting me. So, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Deborah, um, co-author with Wisdom Gifts with author Kim Coles, and also the this channel, founder of this channel, Radical Health Series. Where I'm going to be interviewing, and I'm saying I'm going to be interviewing women, but I'm a little bit scared. So bear with me, but I will be interviewing some women and posting it on the channel, and it's all about health for Black women, um, radical health. When I say that, I mean actions and things that we do to bring us out of what I would classify as probably post trauma slavery syndrome. And being here in America, they got a whole stack of stuff for us. So, but yeah, no, but just in the process of releasing that, healing ourselves, and that's what my series is about. So, you know, welcome. Thanks for joining me. And if you got something out of this video, please like, share it. And basically, what it is you don't have to. The whole gist of it, you don't have to keep re-entering yourself just because you grew up around people. Um, you don't have to keep putting yourself uh, in harm's way of emotional, mental, definitely not physical, re-injury as you try to, in my case, purify, um, purge, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come in here and post that, talk about that. Um, as we move forward in our lives towards healing, towards a better person. Um, and I'm working on being a better me all the time. So hopefully you were able to get something out of it, and let me know what what you think I might have missed or might have interjected with, um, something that possibly was not true. that you feel that I'm, you know, maybe I see something that, or maybe you have a way of telling people in your lives about, what's a nice politically correct way of, I don't want to hear that. Okay, that's what I'm asking. My relationship was not like that, and I really don't want to hear that. Can we talk about something else? I guess it's a more politically correct way. But at the same time, I'm trying not to hurt anybody's feelings. And, well, maybe that friendship or that acquaintance needs to be ended. Um, Maybe if they're stuck in that, maybe it's time for me to just move on. And, I'm not trying to change them. I don't want to dampen them in their relationship that they had with her, but it doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm just tired of hearing it. So, um, but anyway, let me know. Okay. Subscribe if you like. Let me know. Thanks a lot. Y'all take care. Bye.